Of course, I'm going to talk about the moon because we're going to the moon again. And I don't doubt that we have pictures that shows something happening there. I really don't. It doesn't matter what pictures they show. See, you can always doubt that that's real. And so you really don't know still, even though they show you pictures, because that is not the moon, that is a picture. So that's always like that. And it really doesn't matter. What matters is like, what progress are we making as far as our understanding as to what is really going on here? And so having said this, I'm here to tell you that in about 87 years, the moon is blown up. We get rid of it because we figure out that it's indeed a spaceship, a portal, that the reptilian draconian occupation has been moving interdimensionally in and out of it. It's not known what I'm talking about. It's actually known, but it's obscured, of course, and the moon doesn't want you to know what it is. But no, now that we kind of look with the mind of a child, how that it's made of titanium mainly, and yeah, that's just one of the things that happens in the future, not far from now. And a lot of people can't imagine that, right? Because they're so romantic about the moon, but you can become romantic about something else in the sky or something else that they can put there, perhaps. Maybe something better will be put there. Like, remember, now let's remember that you are not in a randomly forming natural environment. The universe is 100% technological to the bone, and the moon is just an infiltration. And it's hard to understand here on this plane, but there is like alien life, right? And then but really what's happening is hijacking of the human perspective, I guess you could say, because the universe is 100% human, and that's how it's working. There are probably multi-millions of other universes, but we find ourselves in this one where if we are becoming more aware of it, we are one with it. And indeed, here on this realm, you have creator. You have a creator who says, "Oh, let's release these little versions of um, of rendering up, like of looking and manifesting." It's a realm that is an experiment. And what else to do? You're making worlds here, and it's amazing. See, uh, but this particular realm is a big but. This one is infiltrated by aliens. Okay, so you're waiting for aliens. Well, it's why everything looks so strange. It's like, well, there's another lie. If you're living on aliens and or lies, then your mental state isn't going to end up very good. That's why you have to fast, and you need to get into a state of stress that is not only made by you. See, you know what's going on, but now you're managing it, and you're taking in information that is something along the lines of going into your own body, your own faculties, and learning. And it's for a human being, babes, the fasting thing, and then being turned into something that rather than thinking, it starts to receive information. Oh, I mean, that's what we're here to do, but you figure that you are being incubated up literally. The organism is taken by the enemy and being incubated into high numbers, and it's made a realm, and a world really is what it is. We're in a realm, and then we see a world overlaying on an earth. See, that's something to get, like, can you just like, so you need to starve yourself, stop eating junk, and then what if your life depended on it, that you learned that order of things that I just talked about? That the earth is not the world. The world is an overlay. And what's the other detail? I don't know, I said something, but I don't have to remember this stuff, but I'm kind of channeling, and it would help people to kind of see what I'm doing here. that I have like 2,000 videos on a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to say something. Something of, see, I'm going to use AI to sift through all of these videos. One of these days, somebody's going to learn how to use it, and they're going to show me and say, oh, this is what you mean. See, it might become very much more accessible to me that this is the way you use it. To me, it would be that um, I tell it to sift through these videos, all of the words, because they do it anyway. And they have done it kind of the opposite of what AI is here to do. AI is here to manage artificial intelligence. See, it's hard to explain, but you love your narcissist subject matter. Here is the fact that narcissists that are not human yet, they are the original AI. They are just it's artificial intelligence, so it's pretending to be human. It really does. It pretends, and by the way that it does it, it regurgitates and it repeats information. But what it really is illumination, which is just words. See, a lot of people, women, get fooled by men who talk a good game, I guess. And I'm here to tell you that those aren't men and women. Those are suckers. There's something going on there. The church has turned men and women against each other, and that's to their convenience. And they're like, yay, we love creating it to be a problem that they are, in fact, opposites. And then now what? See, that's actually a beautiful thing that's happening that the creators have made. If you can understand why it is that the woman she only appears the way she does physically, because what it is, it's like she's trying to offset really what she is inside. Inside, she is man. She is a fierce warrior that knows that she can bring heads in and she can take them out. She handles blood, but see that intensity, her psychology is that way. It's way more powerful than the man's. So you don't know that because she's all dressed and now she's just all just like kind of and light and fluffy. She could never hurt a thing, and she doesn't have to. She can just turn her back and not give it attention, and it will die. See, there's a side of men that try to be that way, and that's where they study and call something Machiavellianism, when really it's like you're learning the ways that the women are. And it's vicious. It could be vicious when the man is trying to do that. It's like, whatever. And now you're definitely turning against your organism. I don't know, whatever. So let's get back to the man's design. See, he looks the way he does. He's very physically fit, and he's built to protect something that is deep inside of him, which is the woman. Yep, that's his design. Yep, that's his core. The core of him is woman. The core of her is man. That's the beauty of what's happening here. And then there's this design that I'm reminded of to show you that goes like this, and it goes up. But see, you know it in the medical world as going up a needle, and there's something behind that. But that design itself, take the needle away, maybe the spine is there. See, the spine, and there's a reason. It's because, you know what? You are a piece of scientific equipment. And I'm not saying this as, well, you know what? I am just the side of I am the hybrid. No, it's best to think of yourself this way, because the way that they come up with computers and simulating reality itself is through having simulated it. And the words that you hear, down to the word channel, all of it, I'm sure. See, there's the word web, which has the word we in it for a profound reason. And that's the thing you're supposed to see in there that you can understand. Otherwise, no, sheep understand webs too, but they understand it as a design, and they can really talk about it and think about it. Well, how is the web? Well, it's like this. Like if you move one little string over here, the whole thing moves, and then a spider comes out and gets you. But we're talking about the plasmatic field. See, shamanism Shamans in the ancient days, 10,000 years ago, they were heard coining this term, the web. It's the plasmatic field. It's what you're connected to now, outer space. I'm pretty sure that they're talking about the firmament. If they're mentioning firmament, that's what it is. And we don't really know where it is, because scientifically, when we study the human senses and how that it goes, how that the brain is picking things up, it's like it's a machine by that time, and they're thinking, and they're saying, oh my God, it's just vibrational frequencies. It's like, where is everything? It's not really out there. You are in a spacesuit. It is as good as a video game. And so do you think that anybody can figure anything out, like connecting the dots? Of course they can. We're not supposed to be here constantly ruined down, and whenever somebody does peek up to say something really weird like this, that we just get casted out and deemed crazy and all that. Well, fucking babes, you are missing the point of your own existence. Would you please find an active volcano? They are sparking up now, and go jump in one. We don't need to build a staircase either. What a waste of money. Might as well, it's that courthouse over there too. The same thing. It's like, why do you need that? Here's where I start talking about to women. Did you know that you're the one who brought it in, babe? You fucking dared to do it. You're like, you have that man in your lap, and you're like, I'm gonna carry life. And it's like, but did you figure out that you need to feed it and stuff? What about that part? Can you get that robot over there to fucking plow a field and keep the 3 essentials in view and in your ownership? Otherwise, you have gone mad. What 3 things? Just 3 things, and then we can get out of the madness, Shauna? Yes, 3 things. What's that? Of course you want fresh water, but you need land. Land, fresh water, grow your food. Well, what, you don't do that? Oh, cuckoo, bong, cuckoo, good for you. You're over there in the cuckoo house doing what, the financial institution? Yeah. And I know it seems like, oh, what do you mean, we gotta get taken back, we just gotta go back? No, if you can harness up your own intelligence, which in fact, it's everything that's being like reproduced here. When I say reproduced, what I mean is like I said, they make computers out of knowing how reality actually works through the human PC. It's just a synthesized version. And the AI that you see is actually synthetic AI. It's there to actually suck in the part of the organism that is AI, which is the narcissist. They pretend being human. And now they think they're in a human occupation. It is the most ridiculous thing I'm looking at. I've been alive enough to see that it's like, okay, so no, you don't get interested in anything on here except for that there's a game. And did you know that, okay, so you need money, right? Everybody is afraid of going digital money. You have to. Take it over. Take it over. Use your digits, please. Use your digits. Start typing. You are a certain type. Now you need an ID. I'm not kidding about this. We have 4 years, honeys. Enlighten yourselves, first of all. Know that you are okay. You're okay. You're okay. When you get on your knees and you ask for forgiveness from Christ Jesus, try it. This is only if you're miserable enough. A lot of people don't even know that they're miserable. And those are the most dangerous, ugliest, fucking trashiest people. See, they've been rendered up dangerous by the system. It's perfect. It is clicking away, just fucking awesome, perfect. But not really. No, it's glitching out. It's glitching. Yeah, they naturally glitch. Just wait. Just wait, and what's not real in people falls, and you see, oh, you're not even human yet. And we're supposed to, like, well, they call it forgiveness, but what the real word is oh, don't mind that. It's not really plugged in. It's not even working yet. It doesn't even qualify. Turn your back, take its money away, put it to work for $3 an hour. All it wants is attention. For some, it doesn't even know what it's doing. That's the narcissist for you. And again, here I am. You women came right through you. You need to do quality control. When you're having sex, you make sure that person is taking care of you first. Yeah, I never say that plainly. See, if he can't do that, if he doesn't, if he's not excited about your excitement, if he doesn't like to just be enveloped in the way that you work, your body, your organism, Sorry, I don't like to say orgasm, right? It's almost a fucking bad word for you people. But it's like, babes, joy is the key. Key! La, la, la. There's a key that we should hit. I would think that we should give a shit. Is it something that we've got to know? Oh, I'm going to really go. Oh, 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 God, do you get that? Did she just come? Yes, she did. I think we're gonna have a kid instead of just a skid. Sorry. Mark, if you're not having fun, don't do it. Stop it. See, now getting back to this, I was like, what the fuck? All we can do is entertain you, and you want babysitters, right? Well, because, well, and you do. That's all you have. That's all you're doing. You have mobiles and babysitters and things to keep you infinitely busy to just ignore the fact that you are being farmed up. Unless you get hip to this, babe. It might take 100 years, especially if something like me keeps doing this and some 12-year-old looks at it and says, it's true. Especially if she's a girl. The girl who says, yeah, I do have something here. I have organism. You have fun, right? You remember, like, when you were a kid, you had fun. A lot of people think it's immature to think that way. It's like, no. See, Christ said, lest ye be as little children, you shall not sing like the kingdom of heaven. People don't even know what the fuck heaven is, man. Do we need to take another 3 minutes to explain it to the 5-year-old so that they can relay it back to you? First of all, it's not unhappy. It's if you want to know how to feel heaven in you, it feels good. There is no question. When you hit the truth, it hits you buoyant. Now, a lot of people don't know that, right? The narcissist is heavy, right? And literally, they can get heavy. They can compound their handicap through obesity. In fact, it happens naturally that when people hold their emotions down, and they thicken up somehow. They do. It stores in their bodies. It does. I've experienced it. And when you're around people that don't talk, but they live in resentment, and they cause resentment in you because they don't clear things up and level up and like come clean or something or whatever. See, Aries doesn't know that. Like, that's the first I am. That's a part of the organism that it doesn't afford that. It has a response system that says, excuse me, it's like a player one. Player one, batter up, boom, bop. It's not going to fucking ignore that it's there playing the game. That's the first realization of the truth here, which is the I am. That's what astrology points at, is the evolutionary process of human consciousness. You know what? You need to learn astrology because that's where you're at right now. And the cosmos, the way it speaks and the way that things are going on, it's coming through the organism because we are one with this shit. In fact, the sun is intrinsically part of our body still. See, now talking about the moon, you know, um, I don't think it's as weird as the sun. Okay. I mean, what I mean is I don't think the sun is as weird as the moon. What I was telling you, it's an infiltration, it's a spaceship. If you need us to put up some big mound of something up there, I'm sure they will figure it out and they will do it. The gold that is being mined here, it goes somewhere. It's because gold is wanted in outer space, and so this could be it's converting away from being a place of gold mining for the enemy. I don't know, but they still try to make us believe that money and or gold is the most valuable thing, and it isn't. It isn't. No, in fact, you are the we. Well, to us, me, you and I, the we, the eWE, the organism, it's more valuable to know that we are one here. They know that, and they hijack everything. And see, this is very important to talk about this, because this is the process it's the curriculum that is being hijacked. And they use the same language, English and all, but conceptually, any language, globally, they are hijacking it. It's like, it's time to become one. It's time to singularize. How about identify? Let's do digital ID now. And they are, oh, transhumanization. They're hijacking all of that you need to know is a good thing. And they make you think it's bad. Why? So that you'll never get it. Yeah, no, and they are winning by putting it right in front of your face. The intergalactic beings are looking down and saying, well, the interface seems to be correct. They're listening to it, and they seem to hear what they're saying. And it really does literally includes now that, okay, so 1,500 years into it, after they killed Christ, who warned us about this deception that I'm talking about. It's been 2,026 years of pure bullshit being pulled over your eyes. And when we figure it out, that clock gets set to 0, and guess what? It doesn't move away from 0. That's the truth. You just recognize that, oh, what season is it today? And also, it takes a while to establish real life governments that start saying, now, in the name of God, we operate. They have stolen that. They're talking about a different God. Do you realize that? Now, here's the problem. You probably feel stripped. You're like, I've been worshiping the wrong God? Yeah, and then you're forgiven, though. So you're forgiven? Most likely you didn't like it. No, you want to do the best thing in the world. If you lest ye be she, like a fucking child, you're like, oh, wait a minute. And you'll just pick up something else. And you'll pick it up for $3.75 an hour, 8 hours a day. Why? Oh, because we have reduced it down to that now it's just shape and haircut, 5 cents. See that echo that happens with that People lost the melody and they don't even know what it means. It's an advertisement for a shave and a haircut. And see that echoing back, no, it's very important. That's the white ET saying, you guys need to come together. In the air, you trust. In the sky, you trust. In outer space, you trust. How about in God, we trust? Uh-oh. So this thing that we're doing, going to outer space, maybe, maybe not. But the fact is that in about 87 years, the moon is exploded with every possible free energy weapon or gross weapon you can ever think of. They figure out that it's controlling the leaders here, who are women, and once we get rid of it, a lot changes, and the oceans don't really stop moving. I think that there's a point in space that the moon sits in that is so mathematically sound that it's always there whether the moon is there or not. They put the moon there to hijack that particular, I would say, pressure point or whatever. Otherwise, it's invisible, and there is intergalactic, like there's portals that spaceships go in and out. Maybe that one's hijacked. Maybe that one appears as a spaceship, and it is. It is known, if you're using this fucking thing right, if we know that the main material includes the white dust, is titanium. And you can't get titanium from Earth unless it's refined in a refinery. It's a foreign refined metal. It's not something found on Earth. You have to refine it into titanium. It's the strongest metal ever, it seems. And so when the scientists tell you that oh, the moon and the sun, everything's naturally colliding and it's rubbing together, and then Earth is, and then a mud skipper formed in the salt water, and then it became an ape, and now here we are. I'm sexy, aren't I? No. Nope. There is no time. See, getting back to the beginning, like what I was trying to tell you is like, you don't really know though, so you just don't know, right? You just don't know. Like, just handle that. See, you really know that you don't know. That's all. See, what you can do is start imagining, and that's based in your experience. Your imagination isn't sound or good for you unless you start experiencing. And that takes time, doesn't it, kids? Pardon me while I go and shut the door because my cat just walked in. So anyway, you get the feeling that people ramble on like this and think it's really important, right? It's important to them because they're moving, they're probably ascending. And talk about going through the portal. They're like, yep, it's opening now. I go through it every time I go to sleep. I don't have to like literally see. We're heading towards an age now that you don't have to literally die, but people do though. And then they come back. It's called a near-death experience. And they have an experience. And do they really gather what's happened? If they're honest with themselves, they will. Some of them will kind of let you know um, something. A miracle will happen enough for them that they say, no, it's okay. No, I had to come down here, and I needed to come down here into this miserable shit because I have to fulfill a mission to tell you that maybe you shouldn't use the medical system so much and watch out for the food, please. Because I trusted it full on and I died. And then God, out of all the things he installed me with, whatever it is, go back up there and you check it out. Out of all the things, God gave them the secret to all existence. But they came back here not remembering. What God told them was, will you stop trusting the food and the medical system? There is an emergency happening there. Tell everybody, thank you. And they did. They come back here and they say, this is how it happened. I trusted the pharmaceuticals. Each time that they said that I should take another pill for another side effect, it was like throwing fire on the gasoline, and I died. I was 26 years old, and then, so people have to literally die to have this experience that says, don't trust the food so much. Can you feel a little bit this time? I mean, don't just take in the feed because they gave it to you. These people are meandering on a conveyor belt from cradle to grave, and you notice how that they're fattening them up, but I think that they're making them eat them. Because nobody's studying like, wait a minute, I didn't really need a crane to move this box. There's nobody in it, and they're putting him in the dirt. How about the burning part, where people are being cremated? You don't know if those ashes are really them or not, right? And they're feeding them back to the population, maybe. See, here's the thing, you guys. You guys are so controlled. You don't know that you're in the entire left-right party is being controlled by one hidden hand there, and they're being controlled by interdimensional beings. Please understand this. I've been fighting it, kind of noticing the interdimensional beings for a long time. See, because here's a book right here that taught me something. It's Carlos Castaneda. This person here has 5 planets in Aries, and we have 5 planets in Aries pretty soon. I mean, it will be official when Mercury and Mars goes into Aries in the middle of April. It's full fucking steam ahead, baby. And so do you want to learn how to fly in your dream? Why do people want to fly in their dream? Why? Because that's your original state. Tesla said that we used to have wings. We usually have wings here. Yeah, that's the truth. So anyway, we might be trading them for some reason down here. I mean, it's like, well, sure, I'll take these thumbs. I don't know. It sure is tedious and ridiculous down here. I'm talking about capital R, capital I, D, ridiculous, okay? What does that mean? I hear the word like ridicule and then lists. Like somebody needs ridiculing. God, where are you? And Jesus is like, hold on a minute, hold on. They don't know shit yet. Well, why do you think that is? From here as a woman, I think there's too many. Lots of confusion. It's a mess hall. Apparently they're just firing them up. It's a conveyor belt. Now they're fattening them up, and they all think they're healthy.